What is going on, guys? The Gemmy Fan here on Gemmy Master Animatronics. So what we have here today to review for you has already been reviewed on this channel before, but it was quite a long time ago. This is the Gemmy animated Dungeon Dave. Now, Dungeon Dave was sold exclusively at places like Menards and places like that. And I got this last September, I believe, for maybe $15 shipped. I mean, it wasn't very much at all. It was pretty crazy. But these were made, I'd say, around 2007 to 2008, somewhere around that line, I'd say. And I didn't grow up with the Menards in my area. They're not even in my district. I think the nearest one is like, I don't know, maybe 10 hours away. So that just tells you right there that I didn't grow up with these things. I didn't grow up with this thing in particular. It's not really a childhood item. I just found it as being really fascinating. And I also heard that a lot of these tend to actually broke straight off the shelves. There was like a defect with them. You see this little black hook right here that hooks into the skull? A lot of times that would actually break off completely. Now when I got this one, funny, because the hook was intact completely, like the hook is still good on the head and everything, I checked inside of it. But the mechanism, which is right here, that moves the pulley back and forth and shakes it back and forth and everything, that was completely broken off of the screw holder. So it was weird. He wasn't moving at all. Well, actually, he would just get stuck, and I was like, why is he just getting stuck like that? It's not a split gear or anything. So I opened up the mechanism, and next thing you know, this thing was all rattling around in there. So I resecured all that, fixed the screw holders, and the thing's basically good to go. But that wasn't the only thing that wasn't working. The eyes right in here was not working either. And that was a board issue, actually. I checked right here, and I made sure the eyes were working up in the head. I was like, yeah, they are. So what I did is I just wired it down to this green LED right here, and they work perfectly just as they would on normal activation. So with that being said, this thing is 100% fully working, and I'm really glad to have had it, or to own it. We'll take a look at the back here. Now this thing actually has a lot of access screws. I had to take apart this whole entire frame, and then I had to go underneath the base to unscrew two little harnesses that kept this back cage from, you know, flying off easily. And these chains actually are metal, which is kind of funny. And this wheel also spins. That's another thing that didn't work, that this wheel did not spin either, because everything was just out of whack. So I had to completely reorganize everything to back to where it used to be for it to be in fully working order. So yeah. Now this thing shakes rapidly. Since this original hook is still in place against the head, it shakes all over the place. And the mouth does move on this model, just so you know. I know it doesn't look like it does because it's shaking all kinds of places. But yeah. So with that being said, let's give Dungeon Dave a go. So here we go. Well, battery popped out. Here we go. This thing is also very loud. You know, now that I think about it, I wonder how many of the wires that go into this thing right here. These are the wires, by the way. It's just covered by a thick heat shrink tube harness. So I wonder how many of these messed up in that process. And for the heck of it, I guess we'll turn the light out. Shoot, I guess I just gotta go to the wall switch here. So check it out now. It lights up very well. I mean, it just doesn't show as much as in the camera, but still. And we'll play it one last time. So with that all being said, that pretty much wraps up this video for the Gemmy animated Halloween Dungeon Dave. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.